Warning, this video contains spoilers for Dragon Age Inquisition.
Kill the Inquisitor.
It's been 2 years since the Inquisition proved itself an organization everyone in Thedas could respect.
You act as if you're the solution to every problem. How long before you drag us into another war?
That time is over.
Okay. Have to go to this Illuvian, that's quite obvious. Enter Livia. That will be... I always think that whenever you enter such a place... okay. Courtyard. Whew. Supply cache. Means there will be fighting nearby. Reconstruct the wall. Walkway to the inverted island. Okay, let's read this first. Virdithara, Duel of the 100 Years. This page of this book's memory shows a narrow plateau at the top of a mountain. Two armored figures, one in gold, one in black, are fighting in the snow. Steel flickers so fast the air hums. Blood dots the ground. They do not stop from breath. This one is black. The one in black makes no sound as blade parts his throat. Mithal, in her wisdom, interceded in an argument between Elganon and Falondin. With clever words, she convinced them to settle their grievances through a battle of their champions. Elganon and Falondin agreed and set their champions against each other rather than declare war among the gods. May these nights long be remembered and Mithal's wisdom praised. I like the fact that we are collecting here, as far as I can tell, we are collecting memories. Just what Solus said. Virta attentive listeners. This page of this book's memory shows a solemn group of elves in an amphitheater of living wood. Entire trees grown into seats and stairs for the listeners to recline on. The other elves and a spirit of learning are spreading in turn on ways to bend the properties of the material world when casting spells. At the end, the spirits, with their air of a senior lecture, floats forward and booms in a surprisingly deep voice. The unchained world is the delicate spells of power invite disaster and annihilation. The unchanging world is stubborn. The pull of the earth fiercely resists, making fire run like water or stone rise like mist. The unchanging world rings with its own harmony. Listen with fearless hearts. Great work will unfold. Okay. This leads to another Illuvian. Wonder. Quite sure this will be like some sort of a puzzle, I think. Can we go here? Yes, we can. Is there anything? Highlights? Not much. More options. Oh, this will be a long one, it seems. A lot of area to cover. Another Illuvian. Another one that I can enter, it seems. Jesus, so many of them. Alright, let me look this way. No, not much here. This will be a little bit boring. Up. To go back here. Quite sure there will be more things to read. Virdithara, Birds of Fancy, describes a pair playing culling in the air, bodies formed for kissing, stroking, lines of heart and Morton as the sun. The dance is fluid, rolling, never ending. Lovers tangled in a laughing knot that rolls on for years, promise never to be parted whenever ages come, and annoyed through whatever. By the gods, find a private chamber. Okay, quite get it, but I think I get it. This one was a little bit convoluted. It's not that you will understand everything every time. Did I enter through this illusion? I think yes I did. Okay.
Did you notice? Your anchor is flaring up near magic. Elven magic.
It is elven.
Hurt when I cast spells. What's causing this?
I'm not sure. Tell us if it gets worse.
Yeah, I'll try. Okay, we have a supply cache here, not that I actually need it. And another one here. Plus, this is Ganlock, I think. Can't get closer to that, which means I need to read this. Vir the Thara flowering imago describes an immense, tall, immensely graceful vine that flowers with the heat of a copper sunset and has blossoms as large as ponds, petals as long as a man, and scents puffing out like citron and sky and carrion death. The day the last of the vine's folds spent and extinct, the creator of this memory weeps, and after recording the flower's sight and sound, enters Uthenera. Treasure this thought, for it was the last of its kind, and so much more the last of me. Okay. Have anything I can do with this? Doesn't look like it. Being directed this way. There. Seems like we'll have to. This is. Things up there are upside down. So let's start by. Let me see the map. Here and here I have to go. Okay. So I believe we'll start by going through the Sylvian then. Broken Tower. Okay, this is new. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Dead Canary. Will this interact with the Arcana? It doesn't look like it. These are dead people. We have here this guy. Examine.
These Canari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Wide eyes, and that look on their faces. I'd almost say they were scared to death.
Interesting. Quite sure these are the answer. Okay, we went from that illusion. I had a good idea to go up these stairs. We can call it a staircase, whatever. Okay, another of the archivists. I like there's little fighting, at least for now. You. Talk to me.
Welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams?
Oh ho ho!
The Evenuris will send people. They will save us. When have you last
Holy
heard from
shit.
the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
I'm quite sure.
It's true. That means the Fade and the waking world were once one and the same.
That makes sense, and that's a revelation. Let's be honest here. Okay, let me just have a last look before we enter this illusion. Through here. I think that makes sense. If Solus, because of something, decided to put a veil between the worlds and shatter them when they were once the same world, that makes sense, because In this world, in the material world of Thedas, your mind is kind of like stuck between, stuck inside you, and to move material things you need to actually physically interact with them. And magic is when the Fade in some way interacts with the world. You through the Fade goes through the mage in some way, and you know, kind of like is being casted into this world, so you can change by using spells. And in Fade, you don't actually use magic, but you use you create, everything actually interacts. You interact with your mind. You can change things. That's something. And when he did that, that's the veil. Okay. Scholars retreat. Anything out here? We're close, it seems, to that place. Look at the map. We're exactly in the place where we need to be. Okay. So Arlathan was it was quite possible that Arlathan was not in the material world, but it was when the worlds were one. More reading. Research note: these loose pages are scattered about as if abandoned in a great hurry. Algebraic looking formula rolls across the pages, spikes with dense annotation and kumlat. So someone was doing a...
This looks like technical notes. What did the Kunari come here to learn?
I recognize some formulas. The Kunari are trying to prove theoretical magic of some kind.
Ooh. Interesting. It's not that I can see much here. Okay, this I do recall. There's the bookcase. Oh, we have something to examine here. When the Dread Wolf gaze is bright, light burns in the ring of the dead. Dread Wolf's ring of the dead. Interesting. Okay, time to get through here. Holy shit! Okay, let's read this first. The treachery of the wolf. This page of the book. Memory warns of a terrible danger. Wolf with slavering black jaws and pits for eyes. The Evanurin, the elven gods, stand in a ring around it, and if preventing it from attacking. Beware the form of Fanharal. That red wolf comes in humble guises, a wanderer who knows much of the people and their spirits. He will offer advice that seems fair but turns slowly to poison. Remember the price of treason and keep it in your heart the mercy of your gods. And keep in your heart the mercy of your gods. Well, it's not exactly what I was hoping for. Will I be able to get up here somewhere? Yes. This first, since this is already here. Let's get through here. Anything? Okay. Mistake, actually. You drink, because we don't like when my characters aren't exactly... This will give us a permanent a boost for a brief moment. Unfortunately, it uses the focus, which I don't like. Fortunately, they made the focus readjust itself, regenerate, whatever you want to call it. I have something to press. What is this? Requires veil fire. Looks like I have to press this. Lights. Wolf. Something is happening. There's my character standing. Okay, fine. Veil fire. Now this will just... It's not exactly what we need. I think. Is that wolf still looking? Or is it a timer? It might be a timer. Yeah, he stopped looking. Shit. Which means I need to either jump from here, which will end up badly. No idea what this is actually supposed to do. Oh, okay. There is the veil fire. Alright. It's not exactly what I was hoping to do, but... Quickly. Okay. Let me see. How am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to get up there? Alright, when I press this, this shines, the veil fire burns, and the mark is glowing, I think. How am I supposed to get to the veil fire? Can I get anywhere, anyway, onto that statue? Very much doubt it. Reconstruct the walkways. I'd love to just tell me how I'm supposed to get that veil fire. Stopped. Okay, they start burning, but there's no way I can get there. No, this can't be that way. This won't actually allow me to jump on it as well. How am I supposed to get veil fire working when this turns off after some time? Yeah, I know. Give me a moment, okay? Okay, it looks like there should be a hint somewhere around here. Or maybe it was actually the very thing that I found before, that table. You have to light this, but to do that I need the veil fire. And to get to the veil fire, I wonder how I'm supposed to do that as well. No, there's no way you can get through this. Here, whatever. Let me just find that table again. Read that. I think it was through here. Oh, mirrors. They are not exactly helping this very moment. Okay. The table was somewhere here. I think it was this way. Or am I wrong? This place is a little bit disturbing when it comes to the music, for example. Can I find anything here? No. This is not helping. One second, that's the Illuvian where we go through this. Backtracking. Well, I'm not surprised. Courtyard, okay. Maybe I should actually just try to use the other mirror. This might be interesting. No books up there, so why the ladder is placed here? Maybe this one will actually give me another hint. That's an interesting discovery. Fan Harel put the freaking veil. No Illuvian here. Oh. Loot something. Fate, touch, honey, something. This place looks... There is power here. Okay. We haven't been here, I'm quite sure of that. What are these disturbing looking paintings on the walls? Soulless walls painting things like that. I'm quite sure that it looks like Theta's basically just a fragment of a much bigger world. We'll find here. Can't go here. Oh, an archivist. Tell me something new, right? Archivist, please. To go closer.
Welcome, and listen to the last words of those who walked this place. If we get out of here, I will end Fen Harel.
They don't like
After he
him.
held back the sky to imprison the gods, the dread wolf disappeared. Lies. We must tear down the veil, the cities, the pathways. Without magic, they're crumbling. You're wasting your time. Fen Harel's veil has turned our empire to ruins.
So, the ancient elven empire collapsed because the veil weakened magic.
If what we're hearing is true, this would have been a disaster beyond measure.
Do you realize what this means? What this place is? The actual history of the elves could change everything.
Well, yeah. Now, that's one freaking revolution. Another of the examined Kunari.
More dead Kunari with terrified expressions.
What they saw. That's the big question. This doesn't lead anywhere. It's the Illuvian I have to go through. God, if I could just play this game on a little bit of a better computer. What can you do? I decided that I will do it, so yeah. Now this leads. More. Oh, Dorian, you have something to say. Let's listen.
Look at this place. Now that we have so many samples, how hard would it be to build Illuvians of our own? After these past few years, it would just be good to create something magical that is also helpful for a change.
Is that wise?
If I get around to it, I'll send you an Illuvian, Cassandra. Striking women can never be flattered by too many reflections.
If you get around to it, shall I be forced to accept?
If they're gonna stuff me into politics, I've got to have some fun on the side.
I like it. Most of these characters are fine. Actually, out of the people in the Inquisition, I don't like... Not really... I do appreciate Iron Bull, but it's not a character that I can actually support. Dorian was a person I actually never liked until I met him. Woo, Cassandra, thanks! There are things lightning here. More reading, hooray! Read books, children. It's important. Memories. The pages in these books are instructions of how to reach the deepest parts of the Fade realms so far removed they're unmarked by dreamers. Epiphany requires a mind smooth as mirror glass, still as stone. Put aside 10 years for practice and the next 100 for searching. What others have learned will ease your journey. These who never manifested outside the Fade will find it easier to find its stillest root, but it is a rare the compulsion overtake our brethren of the air. Alright, another book here. Virdithara raising the Sonalium. Page of this book describe a heated argument between a group of well-dressed elves inside an elaborately arched pavilion on an island floating in a void. In the distance, howled by a blizzard of light, thousands of elves are maintaining an elaborate magical ritual. They pull raw essence from the Fade, funneled into a shape in the air. Through the legs of the chair can be seen a world of indigo waterfalls and rust-red jungles. The temple palace, so frescoed and cleverly carved, it is a masterpiece in itself. The well-dressed elves shouting grooves so loud it can be heard over the magic. One leaps at another, howling and pulling out a knife burning with prismatic flames. Architects of the Grand Sonalium, gift from blessed Celise to clever June, as thanks for a greater favor and friendly debate over the colors of the palace's roof. Okay. Doubt this is actually helpful. Sound here. No more. I was quite sure that, yeah, there's the last book I think here. Hard and Hightown Chapter by Varric Tetris. How this found itself here. I read those when I was editing the videos. If you want, feel free to pause and read, because it's a funny story, but not really anything that close to what I want to do here today. Not the fact that this is here, because if I discharged it, this... Ah, okay.
These blocks are heading toward that upside-down alluvion.
It's
Why
good.
are these stairs going where we want them to?
It's a place of learning. Maybe this Virdithara is helping us find what we need.
I hope so. Okay, not much else here. Can we actually go across this place? Around it, I should actually say. Yeah, we actually can, it seems. Just no loot here. Crap, this place looks gorgeous. No more highlighting elements. And what that means is we need to go back. Oh, Canary? I like the look of it. Okay, the only thing left is that bloody freaking statue. You save. We'll continue.